I think for the most of the videos I make in the near future, I'm gonna be standing up like this. So like, let me know if you like this or don't like this, because sitting like that, I feel like it's harder to think. And also, the camera's like here during that. That's not necessarily great to look at for 10 plus minutes. And most of the videos I'm making in the near future are gonna be like a little bit longer. So yeah. So the intro had absolutely nothing to do with the topic of this video today. The topic of this video is nostalgia in cartoons, I guess, is the right way to put it. So I noticed the other day, I was listening to the song that I just played for the intro. It's called Dear Guitar. It's like a hip-hop remix of a song from Avatar, a song they played near the credits and whenever there'd be like an emotional moment or something. And I noticed when I listened to that song, I was like, holy shit, like I could, you know that feeling like when you experience something from your childhood? Like you hear a song that marked like a big moment from a show you watched or a big moment from a movie, like you feel it. I know you guys know that, because first of all, everyone that watches these videos is pretty much the same age as me, so that means you grew up with the exact same shit that causes the exact same reaction, so the answer is yes, you do know that feeling. And I got that feeling when I was listening to that song from the intro, but then it hit me like, I didn't even watch that show as a kid. In case you didn't know this already, I didn't watch Avatar for the first time until like a month ago, 3 weeks at least. I had not even, I knew what it was obviously, but I knew almost nothing about it. I knew like they had the element powers and I knew Aang's name and that's it. And I knew what Momo was because I won a little stuffed one of him at a claw machine at a burger restaurant. Other than that, no experience with Avatar until about a month or 3 weeks ago. My arms are tan compared to my hands, Jesus Christ. Wow, okay. Sorry, but yeah. I was listening to that song I played in the intro and I kind of felt something. I was like, oh wow, that show must be pretty damn good if it can make me like get that kind of reaction after not listening to it for that long. And I thought about what other kind of like songs from cartoons give me that feeling. And then the biggest one that I could think of is this right here.
Come along with me, and the butterflies and bees. We can wander through the forest and do so as we please.
So in case you're blind and or stupid, that is Adventure Time, and that is the song that would play during the credits of every episode of Adventure Time, and the clip I just showed you was from the last scene of the show itself, the entire show. And obviously that song, that hit me pretty deep. That hit me pretty deep because that was a big part of, that was one of my favorite shows for a long time. I still consider it one of the best cartoons ever, one of my favorite cartoons ever. But then I started to think about like, that really makes me like feel something, that really makes me like love that show just hearing that song. But then when I try to rewatch it, I don't feel the same thing. Same thing kind of with Avatar. Like when I listen to that song from the intro, I'm like, damn, I really love this show. And then I'll watch it again. It's great, don't get me wrong. I love the show. It's a top 5 cartoon ever for me. But then I watch the show and it doesn't feel the same. Adventure Time, that makes sense because I watched that show years ago when it first was airing. And I was 10. Obviously it's going to be different me watching it as a 10-year-old versus me watching it as an 18-year-old. Avatar, it didn't make sense though. There's other shows that are like that too. The Gravity Falls theme song, I also had that as my alarm for a long time, so that had more of an impact on me. The Gravity Falls, the I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to screen record anything else either, because if I put too much Disney content in a video, found this out a couple years ago, it doesn't even upload. Yeah, I found that out. I tried to upload a clip from Cars that was over 45 seconds, and it just wouldn't upload the video because of it. So most of these shows are Disney anyway, so I'm just going to stay away from that. But yeah, so I was thinking about that and like the way the feeling I get from the songs and the thought of the show compares to actually watching the show itself. And then it kind of hit me for a second. It hit me. Like other shows that I like, that are in my top 5, like Chowder and Regular Show, I feel the same way I feel with those shows in terms of nostalgia as I do with Adventure Time. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, I feel, whatever I just said, repeat that, because I repeat myself a lot. So yeah, I feel the same, okay, next point. But the songs of Adventure Time and Avatar now they made me feel different. The songs of Chowder don't do that, even though it has a similar thing. Like Chowder has a song, like the theme song. It's a catchy song. It should, in theory, have the same effect and same feeling on me that the Adventure Time song does, but it doesn't. And I'll tell you why. I think my theory, at least. Not even the old Mickey Mouse and Disney cartoons like the old Donald Duck, Goofy, Chip and Dale, Pluto. The songs from that don't even give me the exact same feeling that Adventure Time and Avatar gives me. But it hit me. I have a theory of why those do what they do. I think it's because I was watching those shows a lot and hearing those songs a lot during a big time of change in my life. Mini story time. Back in 5th grade, or back in the beginning of my 4th grade year, I moved from a house in Antioch to a house in Oakley. But I was still going to school in Antioch, but I wasn't going to go to middle school in Antioch. That was actually one of the main reasons we moved, was because middle school and high schools in Antioch aren't exactly the greatest. And my parents had gone there, and they didn't necessarily want me to go there too. So I was always planning on going to the middle school that I went to, the U. Esno O'Hara, in Oakley. I'm not going to blow up, I don't care if I say that shit, but yeah. But my mom decided I should probably change elementary schools before I go to middle school so I don't just go straight into middle school without any friends. In theory, that's a good idea. So instead of moving in between 4th grade and 5th grade, which is what I even thought back then was going to happen, I didn't change schools until halfway through my 5th grade year. So I went all the way from August to December going to 5th grade in Antioch, and all the way but then from January to June, or the end of May, or whenever the hell we went on summer break in middle school, I went to Oakley. And Adventure Time was my favorite show at the time. I was watching that every day. That's when it was still in its prime. I think it was like the 2nd or 3rd year it was on, I want to say. Something like that. It's when it was at its peak, and it was at its peak in my mind and in reality. So that was like one of my favorite things, was Adventure Time. And obviously, for, a fucking 12, 13-year-old, switching schools to going to a place you don't know anyone, that's pretty challenging. I'm sure some of you guys have had to deal with that. I know some of you have had to deal with it because you came from other countries, let alone just one city over. So yeah, so I think that show, because there were days at Laurel, like Noah, I met Noah at Laurel, but I just said the name. I don't care. This isn't going to fucking go anywhere. I don't care. Why do I keep acting like this shit's going to blow up and I'm going to get in some kind of trouble for mentioning the names of schools that I went to? Whatever. I met Noah at Laurel, but I didn't meet Noah and become friends with Noah immediately. And I met Ben at Laurel, but we didn't even talk until middle school. Yeah, so Noah and I didn't even start talking until about halfway through my time at Laurel, I would say, maybe even later. So for most of it, I didn't have like a true friend. I would talk to a couple guys, and I would talk to people I sit next to in class, but I didn't know much about them. I didn't have much in common with them, except this one kid also watched Duck Dynasty. That's pretty much it. That's another story. So yeah, Adventure Time, I would always come home, and I'd watch Adventure Time, and that was one of the few things in my life that was like familiar, you know? That was one of the few things in my life that was just non-changing. Like, I knew no matter what, I could have like no fucking friends at school. I could have no idea what's going on in class. Where I can come home and watch Adventure Time and I'd be happy. So I think that made that song more powerful in my mind. But then I was thinking about that, and it didn't explain why the hell Avatar had an effect. I watched Avatar 3 weeks ago. That's not a long time ago. That's not enough to have a nostalgic effect, but clearly it is for some reason, because it did. Then it hit me again. Obviously, yes, I'm going through a big change right now with not only the whole virus thing, but I wasn't even doing school when I started watching Avatar. I was long done. I think the week I started watching it was the week I was supposed to be doing late work, but I didn't because I'm done. I graduated. I got my diploma. I'm in college or whatever. But yeah, like that was going through the time where like the virus, we were having to adjust, having to wear masks going place. But also the biggest thing is I'm an adult now, you know? I'm a full-grown man. Not really, but supposed to be. And I'm going to college, moving away for the first time, and doing all that, you know? So that show, and obviously, like, I'm sure you guys could tell from the last couple videos that I made, I'm not exactly comfortable with having to grow up. And I'm sure you guys know that from knowing me in person, that I am a very immature and childish person, and I act acting like a child as much as I can. So I'm sure putting two and two together, you would guess that I'm not entirely comfortable with essentially being forced into adulthood as we kind of are. So watching that show, getting back to a show that was on when I was a kid, was designed for people in my generation and the same age as me now, watching that show, getting able to kind of experience like something I haven't done before that was made for my generation pretty much. Something like an Adventure Time that was a successful cartoon, a cartoon that's praised among a lot of groups of people, and a cartoon that was made specifically for my generation, and I didn't get to experience it before. This is a completely new thing, and I think that made it a lot stronger, not only experiencing it during a time where I was supposed to be leaving all that childish stuff behind. Experiencing it during that, I think, made that song a lot more powerful for me personally. So I think that's why, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. This is probably the end of the video right now, but cartoons have such a big effect on our lives, even if we don't even know about it. Not just cartoons, but like all childhood shows in general. Like how much of the shit we say and the shit we act like and the shit we do is based off of what we watched when we were a kid. Like, you cannot tell me for a second that you can walk up to a group of people and be like, oh, I know exactly what shows they watched when they were little. Oh, I guarantee you that dude missed SpongeBob in his childhood. That dude needed SpongeBob when he was about 7 years old. He never got it. You can tell when you fucking look at people. You can observe someone for 10 to 20 minutes and immediately know you didn't watch this show or you did watch this show. It's our whole personality. So when you hear like a specific tune like that, yeah, you're gonna feel something. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for hearing this little weird cartoon thing. I'm going to start reviewing more cartoons in the future. I'm going to start doing tier lists. I'm going to make another video right now. I think it's actually going to be a fast food tier list. Either that or things I hate. Shit, I might make two. I have a lot of time on my hands today. So, thank you guys for watching. Please like this video. Please subscribe. You know what? I'm going to start, like, I don't know if I've told all of you guys this, but I know I've told a lot of you this. Up until now, actually, I have not let people share my videos, or I have told people, like, don't put my videos out there. Let it grow on its own. Because mainly I was afraid of my family finding out. But now, 1, I'm 18. 2, I give much less of a shit if anyone finds out about this. So, if you want to share it, fucking do it. As long as you don't have my mom on wherever you're sharing it. By all means. So do it on Snapchat. If you're going to share it on Snapchat, please. So yeah, peace. I'm going to make another video. Bye.